You go to all the shops here and you have Chinese, Indian herb teas. How many African herb teas do we Africans and Africans of African descent drink every morning? Have we thought of that? If we alone among ourselves drink only African herbal teas, do you know how we can plow back money back into African pockets and make us firm to stand? That is what we are going to talk about today. Now, we have to talk about a little history of traditional healing. There's traditional healing everywhere in the world. But what is the African perspective of traditional healing? To Africans, traditional healing is not a hidden specialty of a group. It's the way of life of everybody. You see, it's a concept that has been developed further by Africans that permeate the way they live. When we talk about traditional healing as a way of life, what do we mean by that? At least in Ghana, Nigeria, Liberia, Sierra Leone, and Guinea, the few countries I have made my research to, traditional healing or herbalism is something that is practiced from the day you are born until the day you die. In fact, it will be an understatement because herbalism is practiced on you as a fetus before you are even born. Because there are leaves and things that are laced into your soup as a pregnant woman to protect you. Antibiotics and things are in all this before the child is even born. So it's prepared from the womb. Okay, so it's a total way of life. And you see, if we talk about the way of life, it permeates a lot of areas. Like I've said, the food that the pregnant woman eats is given to him to prepare him. Now, when you bring forth the child and you are nursing that child, there are also foods that you eat. Now, even the pap, the porridge, we call it in Ghana cocoa, that is prepared for the child. Your mother will teach, and you see, this knowledge is passed on. So nothing can be lost. Okay, I remember in our history lessons in secondary school, you are told, oh, oral knowledge is not dependable because a lot of it can be lost. But we've forgotten about the fact that written knowledge can also be expurgated to meet the demands of certain people. Let me tell you one thing. Oral knowledge can be very dependable when you get it from the right source. Because there is a spirituality that goes with it. When I'm giving talks in Ghana, I tell them that please try to differentiate between herb peddlers and herbalists. The herbalist undergoes a discipline of spiritual training. And that is what I talk about traditional healing as a discipline. Okay. You have certain things that go together with traditional healing. And authentic traditional healing is taught mainly at the shrines. There's a shrine in one area in Ghana, the Brangafu area in Ghana, a very feared shrine. And I went there for one of my researches. And the motto of that shrine was, when you live a good life, you will never fear to be pacifying people. So that there will be nothing like, okay, it looks like some witches are chasing me today, so let me make some 3-day fasting for the witches to go. You see, it goes with character. You build a strong spiritual character. Okay, so the aura that envelopes you yourself is sufficient to weed off all the evil. It comes naturally. Okay, so you have a total discipline that you are taught. Okay, you are taught, there are certain lives that when you are taught, you are also made to understand that you are going to swear this vow. This slave is very powerful. It can do this and that. I'm not going to use it for evil. I'm going to use it only for good. I know there's a whole lot of stories about people vanishing, people hearing things from 1,000 miles away and things, and people think it's not true. The highest science is spirituality. So once you close up your mind to possibilities and you feed on lies that tell you about impossibilities, especially about yourself and what you can do, you are doomed. You need that discipline to go ahead. And that discipline comes only with determination and fortitude. And you will be able to do it. African herbal nutrition. It looks like a contradiction, herbal and nutrition. It's not. In Africa, the two work hand in hand. The two work hand in hand. Because you go to most of the top herbalists, they heal you and they are able to tell you, okay, do you know you are not supposed to eat this and this and this food for this period until you get well. In the Western healing system, you have the pill and drug dispensing doctor who will finish with you and charge you, and later on tell you, go and see a nutritionist. Over here in Africa, it's all in one. And like I talked about, pregnant women, children, like a baby. When the baby, and I go back to this cocoa concept of the porridge. The baby, when it's weaned off, gradually the breast milk, they will tell you, oh, you have to put this sort of spices in the porridge. Okay. And we have now come to know that most of these spices have natural antibiotics and anti-infections. Okay, so how did our people get to know this? If today we are being bombarded